Hey guys, this is Darkseeker XD. I know I haven't been doing too many videos lately, and not too many you probably care, but you know, to those that are actually watching these, I am working on getting more of them done. I've just been rather busy lately, so this is going to probably be the last Kingdom Hearts one for a while. I'm hoping maybe over this week to possibly get something else done. And trying to get stuff on my computer to work. But yeah, so I didn't want to get on the other file only because I need to level up now. I'm getting to a point where it's just too much to underlevel it. So I mean, the only thing I can do on this file that's left really is for me to go over anything that I do that is way off from what most other players do. So, guess that's all I really can do right now. Let's do it. So, one of the big differences, a lot of people I know who play this game, they'll use Ultima. I will admit Ultima is definitely one of the best. 6 strength, 4 magic, hard to beat. Although, for my fighting style to work, I have to use Fenrir, which you get from beating Sephiroth. It's a 7 strength, magic 1, but negative combo, but that works for me. That works for me very well, because what I do is, while most players will try to build up a really large combo, I try to do a very small one. And the reason being, if you have Fenrir, and you equipped all negative combos, instead of just having a 1-hit combo, you will have a 3-hit combo, and all 3 hits will be finisher moves, which do a lot more damage. So I can easily take out most of these enemies in just about a single shot. Now, I mean, the final boss, it's especially useful, because what'll happen is I'll be fighting him in his chair on the first phase, and it'll take maybe 2 full combos to beat him. And then after the dragon on the second phase, it'll take a few more, only because once his health gets to a certain point, he has to whack you off the chair. But after that, once I get to the final stage, it's mostly just Reflectaga or Reflega or whatever, and yeah. So other than that, I do base myself heavily on strength damage, but I know there's a lot of people out there who, like my one friend, he will do mostly magic. Specifically, he likes ice magic, but magic in general is what he bases off of. Now, that can be a plus with this as well, because one of the error finishers is a magnet attack that its damage is based on your magic strength. So that'll help with aerial combos. Now, I mean, I always have run a strength type in this, because the only magic I ever really use is healing, unless it's the final boss and I have Reflega, because it has a ability where after it blocks, it damages the enemies. So it helps out getting through the boss. Allows me to skip the phase where he grabs Sora, and if I do it enough, I can get to the phase where he's shooting me and Riku in a little over a minute. Just a little. But, I mean, other than that, not much else I do different. I do like some of the designs for gummy ships I've seen on other videos, and I'll try them out. And I actually there was one I took and I messed with, and I like it because I made 2 forms for it. One is based on straightforward attacks, and one is based on covering a massive area. So I'll use either one depending on which zone I go into. I've completed most of those. Most of those I haven't done all the EX challenges, but I've done stages 1, 2, and 3, And I've got all of them to anywhere between an S and an S plus 10, I think. So, I think I'm doing pretty good with that. But, yeah. The other thing is, in this fight, I don't use the limit with Riku, only because, well, it is very strong, but I save my limit for when I get to Final Xemnas. And when I get to Final Xemnas, really all I need is the limit with Sora. And it's generally not there to deal damage, it's there more for a distraction. And to make me temporarily immortal. Just because, as has been pointed out in other videos, on the HD remake on the PlayStation 4, sometimes the reaction command against him when he throws you in the air does not trigger, and you just get hammered. So, yeah, that's the purpose of my limit. That's also why I carry a lot of Ether instead of potions, because I use healing at that point, and then I have to use Nether, and then I have to use my Trinity. Alright, so here's the effectiveness of my 3-hit finishers against him. As you can see, it took 2 full combos, and while I was in the middle of doing certain finishers, he couldn't damage me at all. It is very good for those who want to speedrun this boss. Now, again, I've never actually tried to speedrun him, except for, I do have a video on my system where I was speedrunning just the Final Xemnas, and I think I did pretty good on that. But, I mean, I only compared it to like 3 videos, so for all I know, there's someone who does it faster and they have a better method. But you never know. I just feel comfortable doing this method. Now, of course, that method doesn't do anything for fighting the dragon, because nothing you can do against the dragon here. I mean, you can attack with Sora, but I find it easier just to do the lasers. Now, my one friend who plays this, he was asking me if he got this, what would be an easy way to beat Sephiroth? There's a lot of ways to do it, but I have found the easiest way is you need to use your magic, you need to use your Trinity, but you also need to do this carefully, but you need to use your limit form. Because if you're low on HP and you go into it, your HP will go max, obviously. But while you're in limit form, you can use your limits to damage him, and it'll restore your HP, and if he hits you, it restores your MP, and you can just do an infinite loop of using your limits to damage him. And then, if you're about to run out, save a little bit of your magic, get out of it, and use your Trinity, and there you go. Nice little wombo combo. Of course, you will want some others just because. But you don't have to just take others. You can take potions, you can take elixirs. Because if you use that, and depending on your level, you won't need as many. Here's what I mean by, like, with that little smack that he does, until he actually hits you, he's immortal. You can't do any damage, he just sits there. And if you try to, it just kind of phases through.
Grace, not hatred. Nothingness is eternal.
And there you go. That's a fast way to get through them. So far, it's holding up pretty good with that all final hit combo. This is where it gets tricky, though. This is where I need Reflega and to be smart.
We shall go together. Why do that?
And there you go. I have skipped straight to this. No need for him to grab sword or anything. I feel like this is going to be one of my shorter videos. I probably didn't keep in mind that I can go through this pretty quickly now, but whatever. Doesn't really matter to me right now. Now, a lot of speedruns that I'll see do this, they'll skip this little scene and stuff. And I can understand why, they just don't want to sit through the scene or anything. And people can hate me all they want for disagreeing, but... I mean, technically, if you skip the scene, you don't do the final hit, and you didn't kill Xemnas, so it's not a full speedrun to me. If I'm gonna speedrun, I want him dead. Well, anyways, this is the end of my video. I cannot skip any of this as much as I would like to. So, I'll go ahead and leave it there. See you guys the next time I post something.